Between 2005 and 2009, a slender ribbon of asphalt wove through the pine forests of eastern North Carolina, a place now whispered as Seven Bridges Road. 10 African-American women, mothers, daughters, sisters, vanished from trailer parks, roadside motels, and dimly lit intersections. Their lives were marked by hardship and hope. Their disappearances should have been rallying cries, yet they became mere footnotes. In a humid hush of night, only the hum of insects and distant dog barks disrupted the stillness. By dawn, abandoned purses lay on cracked pavement, a single high-heeled shoe half buried in grass. Voicemails froze on silent cell phones. For weeks and months, detectives arrived at empty crime scenes, finding no witnesses, no suspects, no clear motive, and a community straining under the weight of unanswered questions. Night after night, Seven Bridges Road claimed more lives. Taraha Nicholson, 28, was the first to vanish without warning. Her weekly calls to her mother ceased, leaving only an unanswered longing. Kayla Johnson, 35, fighting to rebuild after addiction, stepped into the darkness and never returned. Latasha Brown, 22, struggling in survival sex work, became another statistic. Each disappearance sent ripples through a community accustomed to struggle, but unprepared for systematic terror. Prayer vigils flickered under mercury vapor streetlights. Missing flyers, faded by rain, crowded grocery store bulletin boards. Mothers wept. Children asked why their parent never came home. As weeks blurred into years, hope hardened into resignation. Journalists filed cursory reports before turning away. The outside world refused to linger on Seven Bridges Road. Inside the county sheriff's office, detectives pored over towering stacks of case files. They chased a suspicious blue sedan seen on late-night highway shoulder. A witness swore he saw headlights vanish into the pines. Forensic technicians cataloged every scrap: fibers from a torn jacket, tire tracks and sandy shoulders, partial DNA profiles that yielded no matches. One detective described it as an endless puzzle missing half its pieces. Frustration morphed into dread as clues dissolved under scrutiny. Then, in 2009, a forensic chemist uncovered genetic material beneath the fingernails of Taraha Nicholson. The DNA pointed to a single man, Antwan Maurice Pittman. When detectives confronted him, his confession was cold and cryptic. He admitted to Nicholson's killing, but offered no explanation for the others. In 2011, Pittman pleaded guilty and received a life sentence. At last, one face was tied irrevocably to a blood-stained truth. Relief for Taraha's family clashed with renewed anguish for the 9 families still without answers. No further charges linked Pittman to the other disappearances. Rumors swirled. Was Pittman a lone opportunist, or part of a darker network stalking the vulnerable? Detectives whispered of additional cell phone pings placing unknown vehicles along the road, of fingerprints that matched no one in the database, of late-night vans prowling the shoulders. In depositions, investigators spoke of eerily similar clothing found beside broken-down cars, scratch marks on door frames where victims may have fought, and footprints leading into brush so dense even bloodhounds faltered. Families relayed premonitions, visions of bodies hidden under low-hanging branches, phone calls unanswered, doors left ajar. Their pain was raw, their suspicion all-consuming. Years later, Seven Bridges Road remains a corridor of questions. Anniversary articles recast the cases as cold files gathering dust. Online forums brim with armchair detectives speculating on drug-related violence, shadowy cults, or even ritualistic killings. But none can replace the relentless work of a focused task force, one that dwindled in resources just as the backlog of evidence grew deeper. Today, at dusk, the pines seemed to whisper secrets carried on the wind. Who else haunted these nights? How many predators moved unseen among the trees? Will justice ever reach the 9 women whose names were never spoken beyond a faded flyer? As the asphalt stretches into darkness, each broken guardrail and every rusted mile marker stands as a testament. For every disappearance, there remains a witness. If only we learn to listen when the road finally speaks. Subscribe for more untold tales. Hit the bell so no victim is ever forgotten.